Welcome to Artwork, Art Home, Art Stories, and Art Education. In this video, I am providing explanation about the artist. Today we will talk about Norman Lindsay. Norman Alfred William Lindsay, a pioneering Australian artist and writer. Norman Alfred Williams Lindsay, born on 22 February 1879 in Creswick, Victoria, Australia, was one of the most prolific and controversial artists of his time. His career spanned several disciplines, including painting, drawing, sculpture, writing, and etching, leaving an indelible mark on Australian cultural history. Norman was the fifth of 10 children in the Lindsay family. His father, Robert Charles Lindsay, was a surgeon, and his mother, Jane Elizabeth Lindsay, nurtured a household that encouraged creativity and intellectual pursuit. The Lindsay children were all artistically inclined, with Norman's brother Percy and Lionel also reaching recognition as artists. Norman Lindsay's formal education was relatively limited. He attended Creswick Grammar School, but his most significant artist development came from his family's artistic environment and self directed study, encouraged by his elder brother Percy, a successful artist himself. Norman moved to Melbourne in 1895 to join him. There, Norman began working as an illustrator for the Hackblade, a weekly comic magazine, and later for the Bullion, a prestigious Sydney-based magazine, which was instrumental in shaping his early career. Lindsay's early work was characterized by his illustration, but he soon diversified into other mediums, including watercolor, oil painting, etching, and sculpture. His style was bold and often provocative, reflecting his fascination with mythology, the female form, and allegory. Lindsay's art frequently featured nudes, but lead to controversy and censorship, especially in the conservative Australian society of the early 20th century. One of his most famous works, The Crucified Venus, 1913, depicted a nude woman in a crucifixion pose, sparking significant public outrage and debate. Despite the controversies, or perhaps become of theme, Lindsay's reputation grew. His work were not just about pushing boundaries, but also about exploring themes of freedom, sensitivity, and the human condition. In addition to his visual art, Lindsay was a talented writer. He authored several novels, his essay, and a renowned children's book, The Magic Pudding 1918. This book became an Australian classic celebrated for its whimsical story and Lindsay's sensitive illustration that tell of the perpetually replenishing pudding and its adver- adventures with characters like Bonnie, Belgium has delegated generation of readers. Lindsay literary output also included novels such as Rudderip 1930, which was banned in Australia for his frank depiction of rural Australian life and Age of Consent 1938, which explored themes of artistic inspiration and censorship. During World War II, Lindsay's home in Springwood, New South Wales, known as the Lindsay's House, became a cultural hub for artists, writers, and intellectuals. It was here that Lindsay's continued to produce a prolific amount of work. Despite the challenging times, Lindsay's later years were marked by continued artistic output and recognition. In 1940, he was elected to the Royal Society of British Artists, a testament of his international acclaim. Despite his success, Lindsay remained a controversial figure, often at odds with the prevailing moral and artistic standard of his time. Norman Lindsay died on 21st November 1969, leaving behind a vast and varied body of work that continues to inspire and provoke. His home in Springwood has been preserved as the Norman Lindsay Gallery and Museum, managed by the National Trust, showcasing his art and personal artifacts. Lindsay's legacy in complex he is celebrated for his contribution to Australian art and literature, his fearless exploration of taboo subjects. Please like and subscribe my channel and share my video.